Armchair Explorer is a part of the Voyescape podcast network. Check out all of their shows from around the world at voyescape.com. This episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. You know, we've all got that one friend, haven't we? That one who finds all the best travel deals, picks the right cards, and somehow ends up in first class for the price of coach. Well, now you can be that friend because Smart Travel is like him or her, but in podcast form. They cover all things travel finance, like how to get real value from points, not just a tiny little reward at the end of checkout, or which flight deals are actually deals and not just clickbait, or when that convenient travel bundle might actually be a hidden tax in disguise, all that stuff. So travel smarter and spend less with help from NerdWallet. Follow Smart Travel wherever you get your podcasts. There's a chocolate pudding fruit. Did you know that in the Atherton Tablelands?
I'm sorry, what?
There is a chocolate pudding fruit. And by pudding, I mean dessert. I don't mean...
Yeah.
What do you call pudding?
Pudding.
Okay.
What do you call pudding?
Well, pudding's like any generic dessert.
Huh. Pudding.
Yeah.
You know, like the milky vanilla, boom.
But that's what you think.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think pudding is a more broader generic
Oh, yeah, because
term.
you guys do like blood pudding and stuff like that, don't you?
Oh, no, that's a whole different...
Like pig's blood or...
Okay, so pudding is dessert broadly.
Oh, so it's anything. It's
anything.
Cake,
yeah.
Cookies.
Could be anything.
That's pudding.
Yeah. It couldn't be blood pudding. That wouldn't be dessert.
That's not pudding.
No.
So everything is pudding except blood pudding?
Exactly.
It's amazing. This is why I like doing this show, is I learn amazing things like that.
Well, I'm glad we've cleared that up about pudding. Let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Armchair Explorer, guys. This is our Pathways episode. Hope you guys know these by now. If you don't, I'm here with our lead producer, Jason Paton.
Howdy.
How you doing, mate?
I am so ready.
I'm ready
Back
too.
in the chair. We got you back from a trip.
Yeah.
You're all sunburned and looking happier than usual.
My back is sunburned, actually.
Yeah.
You can't see that from here, but it is.
We're actually shirtless in the studio.
We always do this shirtless.
Clearly.
For the content. Better content that way.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome to Pathways. If you're not familiar, well, we're a bit late this week because I've been away in Costa Rica. Drop that. It was an amazing trip. So sorry, guys, for being a little bit late. But if you haven't been there, it is just the most amazing country. So they have this really cool saying. It's not even a saying. It's like a word that encompasses every single word. You hear it all the time. It's called pura vida, which like directly translated is pure life.
Yeah.
But they say it for like,
I've seen
hello,
it tattooed on people.
goodbye, like in response to anything.
Like when you have a drink.
Just an acknowledgement. Yeah, cheers. It's just about everything. But don't you love that? Pure life.
Vida.
Pura vida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what was your highlight?
So here's a story I'm going to share with you. So we're walking back this one night. So now we're down in the jungle and we're in this place called Drake Bay, which is like cool little backpackery town. Very off the beaten track. You can only get a boat there, really. You can drive there, but it's like 12 hours over river crossings and stuff. So that kind of like limits the amount of people that are there. And we're walking between these two beaches. So the way that the beaches work in this place is it's totally wild. And you have to like take these little jungle rainforest trails in between them,
nice.
Which is so cool. And then you get to this other beach and it's just like deserted and a couple of people chilling out or whatever. Anyway, we're walking back from there. And we'd kind of seen a couple of monkeys in the distance, but not really. And then we hear all this like rustling and everything like that. So we all stop, obviously. Don't want to scare them off. And then right in front of us is an entire troop of white-faced capuchin monkeys.
Wow.
You know the ones I'm talking about? And because there's like massive trees and bamboos and all that sort of stuff around there. But I don't know, I guess there's 20 or so in this troop that are all in this tree. And we kind of like walk up really quietly and are looking at it. It's amazing. But then this like bully, this white-faced bully capuchin monkey starts picking on this little one.
Oh.
It was like, whoa. You're so like, helpless to watch. And anyway, I've never seen it before. He literally kicks this monkey out of the tree.
The bully?
Yeah.
Oh.
He kicks another monkey out of the tree. The monkey falls out of the tree and like screams because monkeys never fall out of trees.
Yeah.
He like screams. He hits the ground pretty hard, but he's fine. Runs back into the undergrowth and kind of like crawls back up the trunk because he knows he wants to be on the tree, but he's also terrified of going any further. So he's like hiding out on the trunk at this little branch, looking terrible. And I kid you not, another monkey ran down and gave him a hug. I have it on camera. This other monkey went round and like put his arms around him and gave him a hug.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Can you believe it?
That's so human.
I know.
That's wild.
But it's like, if they're doing that, like, what can you infer about the sort of
intelligence,
the intelligence,
emotional intelligence?
The emotional bonds they have with each other, the complexity of the social relationships. So you see something like that and you're like, why are we even like questioning certain things? You know, it's like there's just this depth of emotional connection that these animals have. So it was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. So yeah, so that was beautiful. But anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for listening again. If you're not familiar with Pathways, this is when Jason and I preview everything that's coming up in the month ahead. And coming up is the first episode in an Australia series that we're putting out for a couple of different places in Australia. And the first one we have is from Tropical North Queensland. So Queensland, if you're not familiar, is in that top kind of northeast corner of Australia. And there's so much like crazy, beautiful stuff there. It's got the Great Barrier Reef. It's got a rainforest. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. And this first episode is one of our Discover guides, which we haven't done before.
No, we were, us worker bees were hard working in the mines while this guy was gallivanting around Costa Rica. And we've been busting out all kinds of Australia content. So yeah, this is our first one up, TNQ. I'm excited for this one. This clip is, it's really deep, and it's this really beautiful little sound design piece that was put together by our editor, Charles, where this Indigenous guide, Juan Walker?
Juan Walker.
Is his name?
Yeah, Walkabout Tours.
He tells this just beautiful description of the Daintree Forest.
Yeah.
So let's just go to that clip now.
Fantastic.
Nega Buriwan. Naya Gogi Alanji Bama. You're a Yombril, Gogi Alanji Bobo. G'day everyone, my name's Juan Walker. My Gogi Alanji name is Garranba. I'm an Aboriginal man, Gogi Alanji man from far north Queensland. My country, Gogi Alanji country, is the rainforest areas of far north Queensland. So I base my tours and operations out of Port Douglas and Mossman primarily, and we work in the Daintree Rainforest, which is the oldest surviving lowland tropical rainforest in the world. Yes, sure. So the Mossman Gorge, that is part of my grandmother's traditional homelands. It's a beautiful area. She was born just outside of the Mossman Gorge along the river there, which we call, where her camp was, is called Jingalmo. But the gorge itself, it's not what you'd think of as a gorge when you see it, because most people, when they think of a gorge, they think of a big deep hole in the ground. But the gorge is a beautiful freshwater river running between two big mountain ranges, and you have these beautiful giant rounded granite boulders that are scattered all through the river system. And so as the beautiful water runs over those boulders, it creates these amazing whitewater rapids, but it also filters and cleans the river system. So even after we get our big floods, after 2 days of dry, clear weather, the river becomes crystal clear again.
Isn't that so beautiful, listening to the way that he describes that? I know, it's so soothed.
It's like audio therapy.
It's like, I'm sorry that we have to come back in now.
Yeah, it's us again.
It's like, boom, sorry. Wow. So that is Juan Walker we just heard from there. And I've always been fascinated by the Aboriginal people and culture of Australia. There's so many amazing things, and I'll let Juan talk about that in the episode, of course. But one of the things that always really astounds me is the Aboriginal people of Australia are the oldest continually surviving civilization on the planet.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Huh.
So 60,000 plus years. There's a continuous line for more than 60,000 years. And even like Juan's ancestors, you can trace that line going back. But yeah, just to put that in perspective, the 60,000 years, let me tell you some things, some creatures That were alive 60,000 years ago. Woolly mammoths, that seems pretty obvious. Saber-toothed tigers.
Oh, sweet.
Giant ground sloths.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
So I saw a sloth in Costa Rica. Did I tell you
the giant
that?
kind?
No.
Oh, just the regular kind.
Just the chilled kind. Yeah, but a giant sloth.
Like the real ones, like the clawed ones that move super slow, that have the slimy back. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that scary because presumably they're still chasing you in slow motion.
Yeah.
But, but this is the one I want to share with you. Dire wolves.
Oh, yeah. We just brought those back to life, too.
Really?
Did you see that in the headlines?
No.
It was this cool, I mean, talk about viral clips, is like, hear the sound of this direwolf, call that hasn't been heard in thousands and thousands of years. But we combined, and I'm no scientist, so I don't know, like how different, it must be different, because I'm assuming they're like filling in gaps. I watched Jurassic Park. They're filling in like gaps in the DNA.
Yeah, use that
with,
science.
Like,
Go ahead.
Stuff and mixing it in with like, stuff, the matter they've extracted from fossils or something like that. But yeah, they literally there's 2 direwolf puppies alive right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are direwolves the wolves that are from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think one's a magical creature and one is, I don't know, I haven't met them yet, but maybe they're magical.
And one's from Game of Thrones.
They are adorable. And they are pure Snow White too.
Wow. Yeah, no, so absolutely amazing to hear those kind of perspectives of people that go so deeply back to the land. And, that's just a lovely introduction to that episode, but there's tons more. So where are you taking us next?
We are heading to South Australia. It is it's big. It's just as big as the other states in Australia, but it's extremely low population. So the biggest city is Adelaide, the capital city of South Australia. Normal big city, whatever you picture. Really cool place, but normal amount of people. The next biggest city in South Australia has like 20,000 people. So
which is tiny.
Just tiny.
Yeah.
It's very spread apart. So low impact. It's a lot of places with not a lot of people around. They love to throw around the phrase footprint-free beaches. So this clip that I'm excited to share with you is towards the end of the episode. We take a hop over to Kangaroo.
Nice.
Over to Kangaroo Island, which is just like across the bay from Adelaide. And it's said about it that if Charles Darwin had hit there first, he never would have kept going to the Galapagos, because it's full of native species that aren't found elsewhere.
Yeah.
And we have this incredible guide, Craig Wickham, and I don't want to say any more because we had to put this clip in because it just kind of sets up him as a person.
Yeah, we weren't even going to include this, and then we're like, let's do it.
Just couldn't.
Here it is. Before we get going, I understand that you have a kangaroo asleep outside your window.
I do. We've got a little orphan called Lucy, and she's expecting a baby. So, which we saw that whole thing unfold on Saturday morning. My daughter went out and said, "Oh, look, quick, something's happening." So she's grooming, making a path into the pouch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a treat, because it's such a rare thing to see in nature. You often see the animals doing what they do, but I've never actually, in 35 years of guiding, I've never actually been on the spot when a kangaroo is giving birth, because birth for a kangaroo is a totally different thing to a placental mammal, because it's a little tiny thing. So she's been with us now since July, and she's gone from 3 kilos, so that's about 7 pounds, and she's now about 30 kilos. So
wow.
Yeah, she's grown very, very well.
Really is eating your lawn up.
Yeah.
Is this, now that she's been raised by you, something that she will stay with you for life now that she's kind of been habituated to humans, or do you release her later?
She's never actually been captive. I mean, when she was really small, she'd be in a pouch, but at night time she'd start bouncing around the house and driving us crazy. So you'd open the door and say, "Out." There is no predator for little kangaroos on the island at night time. So she could basically enter roo habitat the moment she steps out the door. So we expect she'll come and go as she pleases and come back and say g'day when she wants to, and then off she goes.
So that's Craig. I mean, come on. It's adorable.
Have you seen a picture of a baby kangaroo?
No.
They're right up there with baby koala bears competing for cutest baby animal in Australia.
Yeah.
They really are.
I mean, I didn't know you could I assume they're just down in the pouch the whole time.
Well, sometimes they poke their head out of the pouch. It's so cute. But there's tons of other stuff. We also go up the Limestone Coast, which is right there down the south. Lots of cool things there. Caves and sinkholes.
Sinkholes, which it doesn't sound amazing when you say sinkhole.
Come to this sinkhole.
But picture a hidden garden the size of it looks like a crater with curtains of ivy dangling from the rim.
Sounds amazing when
like
you told that story.
Pond at the bottom, animals that eat out of your hand. It's like a Disney thing.
It is.
It's crazy.
It's like a Disney sinkhole.
We need a new word for that one.
No, I know, it's not exactly poetic.
Yeah.
But there's crystal blue lakes, there's incredible caves. And then kind of from there to Kangaroo Island. But we also, of course, visit Adelaide and go on this walking tour. We do our kind of ultimate 48 hours, which could be like a little segment. I hope we keep going. And when we do it, it sounds a little bit like this. The ultimate 48 hours in Adelaide. Thanks, Charles.
Yeah, thanks.
And I just want to say, so taking us there is the lovely Katina from Flamboyance Tours. But the reason why it's called, and it's like a walking tour, and she kind of just going to take us on this kind of like virtual walking tour through the city, and she's really fun. But here's what I want to say.
Please.
Her tour is called Flamboyance Tours because she has a little flamingo. You know, it's like tour leaders sometimes have a flag so people can see or whatever.
Yeah.
Hers is like a plastic flamingo.
Okay.
And do you know what you call the group of flamingos?
No?
A flamboyance of flamingos.
I thought you were actually quizzing me. Like, I do not know that.
You call them
flamboyance.
A flamboyance of flamingos.
That's kind of beautiful. I like that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Is that your favorite of those like words for a group of animals?
Oh, it's interesting. You should say that,
are
Jason.
you ready to go over? We did not prepare this. He got real excited when I asked that.
So I looked this up. This took about 5 seconds,
Okay.
and I loved all of them. So what do you think you call a hippopotamus? It's a bloat.
Oh, wow.
A bloat.
Accurate.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
A smack of jellyfish.
Oh, yeah.
I love this one. A shrewdness of apes.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And a parliament of owls.
Oh, very,
because they're
very
wise
British.
and all of that. I love that. And then a mob of kangaroos.
But what about my favorite? The murder of crows.
The murder of crows, exactly.
Humans are very inventive.
I don't know who invented all these, but it's very creative.
I love it.
And I love
Flamboyance.
it. That is a phrase I'm going to be attempting to
Just
drop into
put it in
every pathways from
every
now
dinner
onwards.
from now on.
Every dinner.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's brilliant. First part of South Australia. And I really hope you enjoy this series, guys. Australia is, I think, a country that everyone's got to visit once in their life. A lot of people have it on their kind of backpacking bucket list. It's a long way away from, America, Europe, but it's so worth it. It's completely different. It's so beautiful. It's so varied. So I really hope you enjoy this series where we're going to highlight different parts of it.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping, too, that what people take away from hearing this stuff is that you can also go other places than like Melbourne and Perth and Sydney.
Exactly.
There's so much more.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a continent.
Yeah, exactly.
Go around
There's a lot, yeah. And we're going to try and pick out some of the best bits that maybe you haven't heard of all of those. So that is fun. But in the spirit of Aussiness, before we go to our lot, exactly, Jason.
Okay.
Before we go to our next section, I want to introduce a new segment into Pathways, and it is a game show.
You got a lot of segments today. I like it. Go ahead.
I know. I prepared for this.
Yeah.
It's a game show, and it's going to test your knowledge of Aussie slang.
I'm so ready for this.
So,
after
Charles,
these 2 episodes, give us some game show music,
Charles,
buddy.
cue the game show music. Okay, question 1 of our game show. What does the Australian slang term dobber mean? Is it dobber? Is it a lazy person, a tattletale, a type of sandwich, or a skilled surfer?
A dobber. I think it would probably depend on the tone, but I'm going with a sandwich. Oh, no.
A dobber is a person who informs against someone else.
Oh.
And we might use it such as, don't be a dobber, just keep your mouth shut.
You've been dying to bust that accent out. That was good, though. That was good. All right, what's next? Number 2.
Okay, number 2. In Australian slang, what does it mean to nick off?
Oh.
I'm going to give you some options.
Yeah.
To steal something, to leave, to take a quick nap, or to win a competition.
Nicker off. It's not stealing. Was that an option?
Yes, to steal something is an option. Correct.
Yeah.
To nick off is a colloquial phrase to tell someone to go away. Oh no, you're wrong actually. It's funny because in England, to nick
I read that in
something is
Harry Potter.
you nick something.
Totally.
So, but not in Australia. To nick off is a colloquial phrase used to tell someone to go away. E.g., I'm busy. Nick off. So far you've got 0 out of 2.
0 out of 2. I thought I was ready. All right, one more.
So in Australian slang, Jason, if you heard someone say, I think I might wag this toot, what would they mean?
Gosh.
Would they mean
I have no guess.
cheat in this class,
Okay.
put effort into this class, skip class, or try their best in class?
I think they're skipping class.
So wag in this context is an Australian term for skipping class.
Yeah, that got me a point.
So well
It took
done.
me a minute.
And toot is a shortened, informal way of saying tutorial. So wag a toot is skip class or
pretty
bunk
good.
off, as we might say in England. Very
not
good,
bad.
but you can rescue yourself with these 2 bonus points.
Oh,
One is, can you tell me what fairy floss is?
that's a type of candy.
Correct.
Yes.
Can you zoom in on that?
No.
You get it. You get it in fairs. It's pink. It's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, like cotton candy?
Correct.
Yes.
And If I was to describe a man wearing Speedos, I might call those swimming costumes...
Togs?
Budgie smugglers. So that is the end.
Thank
Cue
you.
the game show music,
Well, let me
Charles.
spin one back at you. Shall we hit the frog and toad?
And we'll see you next week. Fantastic. All right, but we have one more serious clip to do.
Yes.
And this is from an absolute legend in travel and adventure. His name's John Waterman.
Most appropriate name for his subject matter.
Well, he does a lot of stuff in the water and adventure, that's true. He also does a lot of mountaineering, a lot of climbing. He's an amazing photographer. He's a writer. He has lots of successful books. And he's just a legend in mountaineering for his own sake. And one of the very first climbs that he became known for was a winter ascent of Denali. He did the second winter ascent of Denali, but because the first one was done up an easy route. So, so he was
what a
like,
wimp.
So he's like, I'm going to go do a hard route now. And he's going to tell us that story. There's a lot else to that episode, but here's him talking a little bit of what it's like to be on Denali in winter.
It was one of the most desperate times of my life. I felt for many days on the climb in particular that I was going to die. I was certain that I was going to die. And for the first time in my life, I started praying. And I think that luck was on our side, because if the weather had changed, it surely would have killed us. But the weather held. When I say the weather held, that's kind of an understatement, because it was easily 50 below zero and the wind was blowing. It was so cold that, going to the bathroom was taking your future into your hands. I remember at one point spitting and hearing the spit freeze, but just crackle, frozen before it hit the snow. You couldn't hold on to your ice axe, even with the 3 layers of gloves that we had on our hands, because the metal was so cold. So we were letting our ice axe dangle from the wrist straps, so not to touch the metal. But it was like another world being on top of that mountain.
So yeah, that is nuts, right? Like that kind of cold.
Yeah, like going to the bathroom, taking your life in your hand. Like,
What do you think you actually do? Like, assuming you're wearing really, really big gloves and you're a guy.
if it was
what
me,
do you do?
I'm just peeing in my pants.
Me too. But then it freezes.
Oh no! Oh, what do we do?
I didn't ask him. It didn't feel appropriate. It would. Do you think it would freeze? I mean, it would freeze instantly.
Frostbite.
Yeah.
He said -50.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So John Waterman, total legend, and this is a great story too, because it's really about that trip to Denali. That climb kind of sparked a lifelong love for the Arctic. And after that, he went to Gates of the Arctic National Park, which is somewhere I've always wanted to be. I think it's the most remote national park in America. He did a 2-week trip there. And in the episode, he describes what that looks like and feels like. As a photographer, he's really interested in light. And he talks about like this Arctic light, how there's nowhere else like it in the world. It's really, really beautiful. But then like 30 years later, he took his son back on that same trip. Yeah, hoping for that same experience. Yeah. And it had completely changed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some climate change, and it had been devastated. So he didn't intend for that to be his next book, but it became his next book, and that was called Into the Thaw.
I see.
And it's a bunch of memoirs from his life, but also this kind of love affair with the Arctic. So it's really beautiful. And yeah, it was a real honor to speak to John. So we're gonna share that episode too. So yeah, so that's about it. So we've got those episodes coming up this month. Really excited to start sharing some of those with you.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this interview with John. Yeah. That is sounding wild.
Yeah, it's a great episode. I haven't completely put it together yet. So
and you had him in the studio here, right?
Had him in the studio here. He was doing a talk in Boulder, and so he kind of popped in here first. Really great guy to sit down and chat with. And it's always so nice when I put these episodes together because, I have the interview with the guest, and then I've got this kind of hour and a half worth of tape, and you're always thinking about like, how am I going to put this together? How am I going to script around it? And preparing for this episode today, I kind of went and reviewed some of the tape, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just like beautiful, beautiful way of describing things. Great story. So looking forward to getting my teeth sunk into that. So I think that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, if you can, please leave a review.
Please, yeah. Like, with everything being on the same feed, we don't really know if people are like, super drawn to one direction or the other. So if you like Pathways in particular, say something about it.
Let us know.
Only nice things, though.
And if you have any criticisms of the co-host, that's
Just
fine
don't.
too.
Yeah.
I will pass those on.
So normally we sing our credits, but this time I think we'll shake it up. And we're gonna do spoken word jazz.
Poetry? Oh God, no!
I know you hate jazz. This is perfect.
But what about, because there's some famous Australian singers we could do as well, like Rolf Harris.
Who?
Tie me kangaroo down.
You're making this up.
No, that's a real thing. You don't know it?
Was it what?
Rolf Harris is super famous in the UK. He had a washboard.
I think you're making all of this up.
No,
honestly,
tie me kangaroo down. Sport. No, that's a real thing. All right, I'm going to have to do him this week.
Yeah.
Then. All right.
Yeah.
Armchair Productions is produced by a bunch of kangaroos called Aaron and Jason and Charles. And we are Armchair Productions.
Good day. Crikey.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll go with it, though.
I'm Max Hartshorn, host of the Go Nomad Travel Podcast. Every week, I bring you a short 5 to 8 minute escape to somewhere unexpected. I cover the kinds of travel stories you don't hear anywhere else, quirky destinations, unusual adventures, and people who make the world endlessly interesting. If you love discovering new places but don't have time for a long show, these bite-sized episodes are perfect for your commute, your walk, or your coffee break. Join me on the Go Nomad Travel Podcast and explore the world in just a couple of minutes.
If you want to travel more, ideally in luxury, but without the luxury price tag, this show is for you. I'm DeAndre Koch, and on Revolutionizing Your Journey, I use my unique vantage point as a financial advisor to break down exactly how my wife and I leverage credit card points and miles to fly business class, stay at 5-star resorts, and take bucket list trips for a fraction of the cost. Each week, I share real strategies packed with actionable tips and interview some of the smartest travelers in the game to help you revolutionize the way you travel. Travel well, live boldly, and find Revolutionizing Your Journey wherever you get your podcasts.